Welcome to Tea with D, where we're drinking in some big life truths along with some tea that might be coffee and maybe even wine, because this is a judgment-free zone, my friends. I'm Dr. D. Franny with My Yes Life, and I am a Limitless Life coach, and I love helping high achievers stop hustling for their happiness. So Tea with D is all about discovering the lies that our big, beautiful brain is telling that's blocking us from feeling good and getting the results that we want in our lives. Today, I want to talk about making mistakes. Sometimes we get to a point where we try to avoid it at all costs. We don't stop making decisions. We stop taking action, and we make and anytime we make a mistake, we make it mean something about us that feels really awful. But I want to tell you that the belief that you can make a mistake is optional. You don't even have to believe that. It's just a story we tell ourselves. I believe there's no such thing as mistakes, or at least that's a belief I practice a lot. Because when we believe that we can make a mistake, our brain often turns that into a very negative thing. And it makes us feel really awful, right? If we believe we've made a mistake. So I want to go through some of the emotions that come from that belief, I made a mistake, and just remind you that when you make a mistake and you feel this emotion, this is what this emotion is trying to tell you. Nothing has gone wrong. When we feel a negative emotion, it's an amazing time to look inward and check in and see what's really going on. And so if you've made a mistake and you feel uncomfortable, the message is just that something isn't right. That's it. Something isn't right. If you're feeling fear, it's because your brain is thinking there's something that's going to happen and we probably need to prepare for this. If you're feeling hurt, it's because one or more of your expectations were not met. If you're feeling anger, it just means that an important rule or standard that you have for yourself wasn't met by yourself or others. If you're feeling frustrated, it's only because you believe that you could be better than you are or how you showed up in that situation. Or maybe that you even need to be more flexible in your approach. If you're feeling disappointed when you make a mistake, it's just time to change your expectations so that they're more appropriate for the situation. They're probably very unrealistic and setting you up for making it hard for you to ever win. I have some clients who have that problem. They make the rules so hard that there's no way they can win. If you are feeling guilt, it's only because you violated one of your own personal standards. So what standard was it? No need to feel guilty. Just figure it out. Do different next time. If you're feeling inadequate, it's because you don't presently have a level of skill necessary for the task at hand, or maybe you need more information, understanding, strategies, tools, or confidence. If you're feeling overwhelmed, once you've made a mistake, it's because you probably just need to reevaluate what's most important to you and prioritize. And if you're feeling loneliness after a mistake, it's only because you want connection. So go out and connect with people. We're social creatures. We're supposed to be connecting. You know what? The most dangerous feeling that we can experience on the other side of a mistake is shame. Because shame is telling us that there's something wrong with me, that we're flawed, that we're broken. We end up personalizing the failed experience. We start to believe that I am a failure rather than I failed at a thing. And that's why it's most dangerous, because that can often cause us to completely stop trying, right? So I want to know, have you ever made a decision that ended up not being what you thought it was going to be? That you ended up making a mistake? I know I can't be the only one. So leave a comment. Uh, about a month or so ago, I made the decision that I was going to niche down in my business and I was going to work solely with realtors and help realtors work on their mindset. And I moved forward and I did a bunch of things and I put it out there and I told everyone. And then I decided I got to work, did a lot of work, and a month later just realized, oh my gosh, this is not what I want to be doing. And then I realized, oh my gosh, I have to walk this back. Like, this is not the work I'm supposed to be doing. And look, I had a choice that I could have made. I could have sat there and been like, damn, Dee, you made a mistake. That was the wrong decision. I could have, spun in self-flagellation, beating myself up for making that decision, for putting myself out there, worrying about what people were going to think about me, if I was going to get judged or people would laugh at me, right? I could have done all those things. And my brain definitely tried, but none of that is helpful. And if I was to do that, then I'm assigning pain to making decisions. And when we start to assign pain to decision making and pain to making mistakes or failing, then we're less likely to make decisions, go out and try new things, and move forward, because our brain instinctually wants to resist pain. And so you're going to start avoiding doing all these things, taking action, making decisions so that you can avoid potentially feeling that pain. And here's the biggest problem, right? Because decisions are the way we create change in our life. Taking action, moving forward. Honestly, the truth is there are no wrong decisions. There's decisions that move us closer to what we want. And then there's decisions that help us learn. And so I just made a big, huge learning decision. But when we're terrified to make decisions and take action, it's because we think that we might fail. And because we don't want to experience the painful lies that we make our choices mean, right? Like, if we beat ourselves up when we make mistakes and say that we're a failure, of course you're not going to do it. Look at this. Leilani said, yes, she made a really bad job choice during a moment of panic after being laid off. High pain, high weird choice. Should have been more objective. Yeah, right? So here's the deal. I made a decision. I could have beat myself up and said that I made the wrong decision. I made a mistake. But honestly, because I was open to it being a learning experience, because I didn't assign a lot of negative meaning and a story to it, I didn't codify it as a wrong decision or a mistake, I was able to gain so much clarity. I learned so much. And now I feel so much clearer on what I want, who I want to help, and how I want to help people. And so it was totally worth it to make that decision, take forward action, and then realize that it's not what I wanted, right? I learned from it. I could create the storyline that I failed, that I wasted so much time and energy, that I'm such an idiot. They're all going to laugh at me, right? Those are all things that I could have leaned into, but that doesn't help, right? It robs me of the growth that I was actually open to and gained from being willing to make the decision, take action, evaluate, and learn from it. And so I want to know, are there areas in your life where you're not making a decision because you're afraid to fail? Are you afraid of the pain that you might inflict upon yourself if you make a mistake or the wrong decision? things that you're not doing because you're scared of looking like an idiot or a failure. Friend, all of that is a choice, right? You can choose to fail forward, because the truth, and any successful person will tell you, is that their success was built on a pile of failures. And so I just failed forward in my business. And I'm not going to make it mean anything other than I'm so much clearer, more determined, and more ready to show up for the people I am here to serve. And so here's what I know on the other side of this failure for me. I'm committed, fired up, and driven to help high achievers stop hustling for their happiness. I have helped dozens of clients, hundreds of clients with this, and it's the work I'm supposed to be doing in the world. I've helped so many people make huge transformations in the space. So I can't wait to keep doing that. And so what decisions can you make? How can you start failing forward in your life? Just know that the storyline that it's a mistake, that you're a failure, that it was wrong, is not serving you. It's going to make it feel worse and make you avoid taking action and moving forward in your life. Remember that any sort of quote unquote negative emotion that you're feeling on the other side of a mistake or wrong decision is just an action signal. It has a message for you. It's telling you what's not right, or what needs to be fixed, or what belief is going on in that big, beautiful brain that you need to change so that you can move forward. I hope that this was helpful for you. I'm excited to keep moving forward and help high achievers stop hustling for their happiness. If you are one of those people and would like some help with that, I would love to offer you a free consult. I'm taking one-on-one coaching clients. There is a link that you can click on and book a free session with me. If you're not quite ready for that, there is a 7-day reboot. It talks a lot about this kind of stuff and finding yourself and rebooting that big, beautiful brain and getting rid of those lies that are causing you so much suffering. So I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much, Leilani, for joining me and for all your comments. I will see you again real soon. Ciao, ciao.